வணக்கம். இங்கே வந்திருக்கிற எல்லாருக்கும் ஸ்ட்ரீட் சைல்டு யுனைடெட் சார்பாக வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்து கொள்கிறேன். உங்களுக்கு யாருக்காவது தமிழில் கேள்விகள் ஏதாவது கேட்கணும், அவங்க சொன்னதில் ஏதாவது இன்னும் உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது தகவல்கள் வேணும்னா நீங்கள் கேட்கலாம்.
இருங்க தம்பி, நான் சொல்கிறேன். தமிழ் அவ்வளோ ஃப்ளூவெண்ட்டாக வராது. ஏன்னா நாங்கள் இருக்கிற அந்த இடம் எல்லாம் ஃபுல்லாக உருது ஸ்பீக்கிங் தான். நான் ஸ்கூலில் படிக்கல தமிழில், எனக்கு தமிழ் நல்லா தெரியும், எழுதுக்கு தெரியும், படிக்க தெரியும். ஸோ இது எப்படி ஆச்சுன்னா, ஃபஸ்ட்டு இது பீன் அபவுட் 6 months ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு 6 மாதம் முன்னாடி ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஆலிவர் வந்தாங்க நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு. இந்த எஸ்சியூ டீமை கூப்பிட்டு வந்தாங்க, இந்த ஸ்ட்ரீட் சைல்டு யுனைடெட். எனக்கு என்ன அது ஃபஸ்ட்டு தெரியல. அவர் வந்து சொன்னாங்க நம்மளுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வேர்ல்டு கப் நடக்க போகுது. இது வந்து ஸ்ட்ரீட் சைல்டு வேர்ல்டு கப். இது எங்கே நடக்குதுன்னா இந்த பப்ளிக் பிளேஸஸில் யூஸ்வலி, பட் தேவ் ஆல்சோ பிளேட் இன் லார்ட்ஸ் ஸ்டேடியம். ஸோ இவர் கேட்டாங்க இது எங்கேயே ஆடலாம். நான் சொன்னேன் நம்ம வீட்டில் இருக்குது, நம்ம கிரவுண்ட் இருக்குது, பேக் யார்டு, அங்கேயே ஆடலாம். ஸோ தட் வாஸ் இனிஷியேஷன். அப்படி தான் இந்த ஹோல் கான்செப்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆச்சு. நம்ம ஊருக்கு, நம்ம நாட்டுக்கு, சென்னைக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வேர்ல்டு கப் ஆகுது. 13 கண்ட்ரி சேர்ந்து இந்த பிளேயர்ஸ் எல்லாம் வராங்க. ஸோ இது ஒரு ப்ரைட், நம்மளுக்கும் ப்ரைட். சென்னையில் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரீட் சைல்டு வேர்ல்டு கப் ஆகுது. இது எல்லாம் கிரெடிட் போகுது வந்து நம்ம பிரிட்டிஷ் டெப்டி கமிஷனர் மிஸ்டர் ஆலிவர் பால்ஹேஷட் அண்ட் மிஸ்டர் ஜான் ரோ ஹூஸ் ஹியர். ஸோ இவர் தான் ஸ்ட்ரீட் சைல்டு யுனைடெட் ஹெட். இவர் தான் இனிஷியேட் பண்ணாங்க இந்த ஐடியா. ஸோ திஸ் ஹவ் இட் ஸ்டார்டட் அண்ட் வி ஹோப் ஃபார் a successful outcome which will happen definitely. அது கொஞ்சம் ட்ரிக்காக இருக்குது. இப்போ நான் கேட்டு சொல்கிறேன். What he's asking, if it's open for the public to come and watch with limited.
The finals.
இது எப்படின்னா ஃபுல்லாக ஓப்பனு கிடையாது, ஃபுல்லாக க்ளோஸு கிடையாது. வெரி ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்டட் என்ட்ரி மாதிரி இருக்கும். குரூப்பாக இன்வைட் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இன்வைட் பண்ணுறாங்க, நம்ம கிளப்ஸ்க்கு இன்வைட் பண்ணுறாங்க. பட் many guests can come on special invite. Right?
So all the media gets a special enclosure.
Yes, media எல்லாம் ஓப்பன் மீடியாக்கு எல்லாம் மீடியா வரலாம். ஸோ ஏன்னா அவ்வளோ க்ரௌட் அங்கே வந்து கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ அதாவது ஒரு கண்ட்ரோல்டாக என்ட்ரி பண்ணுறோம். பட் ஃபைனல் 30th ஃபைனல்ஸ்க்கு இது வந்து ஃபுல்லாக ஓப்பனாக இருக்கும். ஸோ அது ஒரு நாள் ஃபுல்லாக கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணிக்கலாம், 4 நாள் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ண முடியாது. அதாவது கொஞ்சம் இந்த கண்ட்ரோல்டு என்ட்ரி பண்ணுறோம். I'm trying my best to speak in Tamil. I hope it works. Yeah. Anything else? I've become like a spokesperson now. Okay? Oh, that's an amazing question. He's asking if it is ticketed or it's free.
Free.
It's definitely free. Yes. Either Street Child United, no ticket. It's absolutely free, but the entry will be restricted. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
இப்போ குயிக்காக நான் வந்து மெயின் ஈவெண்ட்ஸோட தகவல்கள் வந்து உங்களுக்கு தமிழில் சொல்கிறேன். ஸோ நாளைக்கு வந்து மெயின் இனாக்ரேஷன் செரமனி நடக்குது. இது வந்து லேடி ஆண்டாள் ஸ்கூல் இருக்கு இல்லையா, செட்பேட்டில். ஸோ அது அகேன் மீடியா, இந்த நான் சொல்கிற எல்லா ஈவெண்ட்ஸுமே வந்து மீடியாவுக்கு என்ட்ரி உண்டு. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் கேட்ட மாதிரி நீங்கள் அதை போய் கவர் பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி உங்கள் டீட்டெயில்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க. ஸோ உங்களோட டீட்டெயில்ஸ் நீங்கள் பதிவு பண்ணதுனால உங்களுக்குலாம் என்ட்ரி அலவுட். ஸோ அது ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்காது. நாளைக்கு வந்து இனாக்ரல் செரமனி பிட்வீன் 6:30 to 8:30 லேடி ஆண்டாள் ஸ்கூல் ஆடிட்டோரியம் செட்பேட்டில். 25ஆம் தேதி திங்கக்கிழமை வந்து மெயின் நம்மளோட அந்த கிரிக்கெட் டோர்னமெண்ட் ஆரம்பிக்கிறாங்க. இது வந்து அமீர் மஹல்ல, ராயப்பேட்டாவில். ஸோ அதுதான் அவர் சொன்னது. என்ட்ரி ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்டட், ஆனால் மீடியாவுக்கு வந்து என்ட்ரி உண்டு. தனியாக மீடியாவுக்குன்னு ஒரு என்க்ளோஷர் க்ரியேட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அதே மாதிரி 30ஆம் தேதி வந்து இந்த குழந்தைங்க வந்து பங்கேற்கிற ஒரு ஜென்ரல் அசம்பிளி அப்படின்னு, அதாவது இந்த பொதுக்குழு கூட்டம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட ரைட்ஸ் அண்ட் அடையாளம் பற்றி பேசுகிற ஒரு ஜென்ரல் அசம்பிளி நிகழ்ச்சி சவேரா ஹோட்டலில் தான் நடக்குது. அதுக்கும் வந்து மீடியா அலவுட். ஸோ நீங்கள் வந்து அவங்க மெயினாக எந்த இதுக்காக இங்கே வந்திருக்காங்க, எந்த இதுக்காக இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி நடக்குது அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக ஒரு பொதுக்குழு கூட்டம் நடக்கும். அதுலேயும் நீங்கள் வந்து மீடியா பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு யாருக்காவது வந்து பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் இந்த டீம் இங்கே இருக்காங்கல்ல வாலண்டியர்ஸ் கிட்ட பேசினா அவங்க வந்து உங்களோட என்ட்ரி ஆத்தரைஸ் பண்ணும். பட் ஜென்ரல் பப்ளிக் அப்படின்னு ஓப்பன் கிடையாது, அதுதான் சொல்ல வராங்க. யாருக்கா பார்க்கணும், இல்லை ஒரு பெரிய கார்ப்பரேட் கும்பல் இருக்காங்க, இல்லைன்னா அவங்களோட மீடியா ஹவுஸ்லேருந்தே வந்து பார்க்கணும், ஸ்கூல்ஸ் காலேஜஸ் அந்த மாதிரி அவங்களுக்கு யாருக்காவது தொடர்பு கொள்ளணும்னா அங்கே வாலண்டியர்ஸ் வந்து அதை உங்களுக்கு ஏற்படுத்தி கொடுப்பாங்க.
My name is Hannah and I'm head of comms for Street Child United. Welcome to the Savukku Hotel and the media briefing for the Street Child Cricket World Cup India 2023 in partnership with the Sri Daya Foundation. We're delighted to be hosting this event in Chennai. It's been an incredible year of preparation and we have been welcomed with great warmth and friendship by a city that clearly has cricket running through its blood. Today I would like to tell you a little bit more about the Street Child Cricket World Cup and what you can expect from the week ahead. I will then hand over to our guests on stage and invite them to tell you a little bit more about their individual involvement in the event. The Street Child Cricket World Cup is more than just a cricket tournament. It's an event that uses the power of sport and art to shine a spotlight on the challenges faced by street-connected people throughout the world. We will welcome 19 teams from 13 countries, including Bangladesh, Burundi, England, Hungary, Mauritius, Mexico, Nepal, Rwanda, South Africa, Uganda, Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe. We also have 7 teams from NGOs across India who will play off in an all-India group at the initial stages to avoid an India quarter-final, semi-final and final whitewash. In addition to the cricket, our teams will participate in art workshops throughout the week to help them connect and build confidence. They will also participate in Congress sessions that will help them share the stories and comment on the challenges that they face. These young people are incredible children. They face a lot of adversities and despite all their experiences, they remain positive, resilient and hopeful for a better future. Our aim is to shine a spotlight on these young individuals so they can feel seen. We want to amplify the voices to raise awareness of their struggles and help drive positive change so they can experience and access the opportunities they deserve. Opportunities like access to education, healthcare and protection from violence. And at the heart of our event sits our central theme, identity, giving these young people a form of legal recognition so they feel seen and can tell the world, I am somebody. You, as the media, can help us do this, and we invite you to designated events during the week to experience the Street Child Cricket World Cup for yourselves and help us amplify the voices of these incredible young people. Tomorrow, Saturday the 23rd, we will be having our official welcome ceremony at Lady Anvil's Hall, followed by the Street Child Cricket World Cup tournament draw. Then, on Monday the 25th, we will be hosting the cricket tournament opening ceremony at the Amir Mahal Palace ground, courtesy of Nawib Nasif Dewan of the Prince of Arkot. And on the 30th, it will be our day of extravaganza with the Street Child Cricket World Cup General Assembly hosted here at the Savukku Hotel, and then that will be followed by the Street Child Cricket World Cup finals and trophies back at the Amir Mahal Palace Cricket Ground. So briefings for each event will be distributed via email on WhatsApp, so if you haven't already, please leave your details at the front door. So without further ado, I would like to hand over to John Rowe, who can tell you a little bit more about Street Child United and how the Street Child Cricket World Cup came about.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hannah. I'm John Rowe, founder and chief exec of the Street Child World Cup. At Street Child United, we believe that in the 21st century, it's completely unacceptable that any child should have to live or work or sleep on the streets anywhere in the world. We believe that all children should have a future free from fear, free from abuse and free from neglect. Listening to Hannah then list the countries that are coming to the Street Child World Cup, most of which are in the building already, makes me feel incredibly excited, incredibly proud and a little bit relieved. We say the whole world conspires with us to make the Street Child World Cup possible. Our job is to create a global platform for our young people's voices to be heard. They consistently tell us that the changes they want to see in the world are about identity. access to education, protection from violence, and gender equality. One of the young people from here in Chennai that really inspires me is called Hepzibah. She was with us in 2016 at the Street Child Games, which we held in Copacabana in Rio de Janeiro. My good friend Oliver Balhatchit was head of sport for the UK government in Brazil at the time. He was with us for the Street Child World Cup in 2014 and the Street Child Games in 2016. Hepzibah won 100 metres gold. But what I remember about Hepzibah is the stress that we had trying to get her identity, her birth certificate, her passport, and then her visa. Her visa was granted the day before she flew. And her project leader, Paul, said, if she wins a medal, I'm going to take it to the immigration officer that granted her visa, and he was true to his word. Hepzibah won 100 metres. She did the Usain Bolt salute, and we tweeted it, and then Usain Bolt tweeted it, retweeted it to his 6.5 million followers. That was the beginning of creating a global platform for us to talk about the story of identity and Hepzibah. That was when I met Latha Rajanikanth. She has hosted a reception for Hepzibah and the India team here in Chennai, and she invited me to come to it. And she also invited Manika Sanjeev Gandhi, who at the time was the Minister for Sport and Women here in India. And she said, my government will provide Aadhaar cards for 6 million street children here in India. It is fantastic to have this opportunity to remind the world of their need to provide dignity and access to services for these children that are often invisible, that are forgotten, that face stigma, but that we know are full of potential and can achieve anything given the right support. We're delighted that there are people that support these young people at their projects that provide support 24 hours a day. I want you to judge this Street Child World Cup on its legacy. Our aim over the next 4 years is to enable our project partners to obtain 1,000,001 birth certificates and identity documents for street children globally. And my personal goal is that we will provide 1,001 university places for street children. So thank you for your support in helping us to tell this story. You're part of the World Cup of Hope. You're part of the World Cup of Joy. You're part of the World Cup of Peace. At the centre of our end are the young people. I'm going to ask my friends Millie and Anjali to come and join me now. They represented India at the Street Child World Cup in 2019 in England. They're from the Hope Foundation in Calcutta. Millie told me when I first met her in 2019, in January, she said to me, John, in India, cricket is our religion and Lord's is our temple. And I was so delighted that both these young people had the opportunity to play on the main pitch at Lord's, that they got changed in the dressing rooms where the finalists of the World Cup got changed, in the dressing room where India won the World Cup a little earlier, in '83. They were applauded into the long room and onto the main pitch. They were both heroic young people, and I want them to say a little bit about their experience of taking part in a Street Child World Cup.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Anjali Paswan, and I am from West Bengal, Kolkata. So, I am one of the participants of a Street Child Cricket World Cup 2019, so which was in England, and the final match was in Lord's. So that was my first experience at Lord's, because that time I feel myself to be very lucky, and still now, because I get that opportunity to play at Lord's, because many of the players, they even don't get that opportunity to play at Lord's. But I got that opportunity, and the experience was amazing because the Street Child United and my organization, Hope Kolkata Foundation, give me this opportunity, and there I played and also raised voice for the street children and talk about their rights. So now I am here for the 2023 World Cup, and I wanted to motivate and inspire the young people who are participated in this Street Child Cricket World Cup. So it was amazing experience for me, and I am looking forward to this World Cup also. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Now, tell me, we talk about access to education. 4 years on, what are you doing in terms of education? Where are you in your life?
So I am now in university and studying BBA Hospital Management. So after 4 years, I completed my graduation, and then I want to do MBA from outside of India. So if I will get the scholarship of opportunity for studying outside, so it will be very I feel myself to be very lucky. So I am looking forward for this opportunity, and also like me, I want other street children and other young people also get this opportunity.
Thank you, Anjali. You make us all very, very proud. Millie, come forward. Tell us about yourself and your experience as part of Street Child World Cup.
Hello everyone, my name is Millie, and I want to share my experience about Lords. That is one of my favorite memory. I will never forget. We went to Lords and we play on the Lords Stadium, and yeah, I want to share experience about the street children. Like I have faced in passport office that when I went to passport office, they did not give me the passport because of they need a parent's signature. So I don't have parents. So they said that we will not able to give you a passport. So our auntie also was there, and they said don't give up. We are there. We will be able to give your passport. So like we went to passport office, like 7 weeks it take to get my passport. So after that I went to court to have my legal identity. So yeah, after that I get my passport. I went to London and play in the Lord's Stadium. Now I am here 2023 World Cup, Street Child Cricket World Cup, and I am a young leader. So looking forward.
Thank you, Millie. Out of the voice of babes, they speak profoundly because they're speaking from their own experience about their own identity and recognising the people that have gone to a huge amount of work, their project leaders, to get them that physical identity. It was the first time they'd been on a plane, and I was speaking to some of the youngsters this week, and I said, what was it like being on the plane? And they said, well, first thing we wanted to know is could we open the windows? And then they said, our second thought was, is the plane going to stop at lots of places along the way like a train does? It's wonderful watching and being with these young people. They inspire us enormously. I'm going to hand back to Hannah, who's going to introduce our next guest. Thank you for listening, and thank you for amplifying the voices of these amazing young people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great, thank you, John, and thank you, Millie and Anjali as well. So our next guest, I'm going to introduce properly this time. So I'd like to welcome Nawab Asif Ali, Dewan of the Prince of Arcot, to the stage, and thank you for hosting us and the cricket at your amazing venue.
Thank you, Hannah. First of all praise to the Lord. It's a great opportunity to be a part of this amazing movement, I would say, to be of service to humanity. It's very humbling to be a small part to support this cause. We are only tools. We're trying to make this world a better place. So for Amir Mahal grounds, it was the cause of the street children. It was my friend Oliver, and I thank him for the connect with the SCU, and of course John and his lovely team, including Aisha. Just want to say that Amir Mahal is the ancestral home of the Prince of Arcot, and we don't usually do any kind of commercial events or any public events, and being able to do an event like this for this amazing cause, I should be thankful to the Street Child United for giving us an opportunity to be of service. And what I heard the girls talk about their identity being built with the support of the SCU and the whole idea of the cricket. So, as John was also mentioning, and also Hannah was mentioning, that it's not about the sport itself, but it's about the cause to make this world a better place. And we also have a foundation called the Arcot Foundation, and we also believe the same, that to bring people together of different faiths, different colors, different castes, different creed, different nationalities under one platform of humanity. And I think the Street Child United is doing a wonderful job in putting things together. And we hope and pray that this World Cup, which is happening in Chennai, it's great pride for the people of Chennai. And I, being a citizen of this great city, wish to thank the British Deputy High Commissioner, Mr. Oliver Ball-Hatchett, for making this happen here in our city of Chennai. I think that needs a big round of applause. And also, I wish to say that, John, what you're doing is amazing. What this lady was saying about not getting the passport because of having no parents, can you even imagine that feeling? When you go to an office and they say that, no, we cannot give you a passport because you don't have a father and mother. You can't even imagine how that would feel. And God has blessed you today, and God has blessed you through the people who are here, through the Street Child United, and we wish and pray that SCU becomes bigger and bigger and bigger every day, and may you be very instrumental in making this world a much better place to live in. Thank you so much. Once again, always there to support SCU, not only in this World Cup, but anytime in the future, anywhere. One call and we'll be there to support you in this cause. I thank you so much again. And all the wonderful people who have come from different countries, not only from the UK, but I think yesterday we met some people from about 25 countries. That's something unimaginable. It's great that you've all come together for this amazing cause for children who are the future of us, of this world. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello. And finally, I'd like to welcome Oliver Ball-Hatchett, MBE, British Deputy High Commissioner to Chennai.
Vanakkam, good afternoon. Hello to everybody. So I think I'm incredibly lucky. I'm lucky because everywhere I seem to go, at least for the last 10 years, Street Child United have either been there or have followed. And it started, my sort of journey with Street Child United started in 2014, or before 2014, when they were organising the Street Child World Cup ahead of the FIFA 2014 World Cup in Brazil. I was still in Brazil when Hepzibah was winning her gold medals at the Street Child Games in 2016. And then when I moved to London in 2017, John very kindly invited me to become part of the advisory committee for the first Street Child Cricket World Cup, where Millie and Anjali played at Lord's. And then I found out my next posting was going to be Chennai, and we worked out that the Street Child, the Cricket World Cup, the Men's Cricket World Cup, was going to be played here in 2023. So all I had to do was extend my posting long enough, and I would be here again for the Street Child Cricket World Cup. And I am absolutely delighted. It's sort of a bit like a dream, actually, that we're here today, starting the 2023 Street Child Cricket World Cup. I'm also lucky because I never had to worry about having access to education. I never had to worry about having access to healthcare. I never had to worry about where I would get my next meal. I never had to worry about whether I would have a passport approved or not. Sometimes I had to wait a while to get it, but I would always get it. And actually I never thought for so long growing up that there could be so many millions of people out there who didn't have a physical identity and therefore did have to worry about all of these things. And if these tournaments can give a physical identity and the access to all of those basic human rights that so many of us enjoy, if they can give them to one person, then it's all worthwhile. And the fact that we're aiming to do that for 1,000,001 people is 1,000,001 reasons why we should all be here today and for the next week. And really, this is all about the children who are taking part. Street Child United are a small team who work incredibly hard to make this happen. There are so many volunteers who've come from around the world. Asif has been a fantastic supporter. And there are so many people who make this happen. And really we should be thanking them today. But really it's all about the children who are going to be taking part in this tournament over the next week. And all of those children around the world who are not here this week, but who are struggling to find their identity. We're doing it for them. So thank you very much, everybody.
Here, the media, the people from the press, it's your coverage which will take this cause to the world. So we hope and pray that you'll do your best to cover the event as best as possible. And thank you all for being here again, because you're also a major part of this whole event for the welfare of the children. So media plays a very important role. Thank you so much.
To say Nandri for coming, and there's some refreshments at the back of the room, so please feel free to help yourself. And then there's also press releases and information about the upcoming events on the front desk over there. So thank you again, Nandri.
Thank you.